My name's Amy. The pronouns I use are she, they, and I am a member of the LGBTIQAA+ community. Being able to have an inclusive service is in itself, firstly, that's a suicide prevention support tactic that we can use, is to have an inclusive service, ensure people can access services inclusively. And that includes things like policy. It's not just what you do at the front of the door of a service that makes it inclusive for someone from the community that's coming through, but the policy that's behind it, the organisation's values and ethos, all of that stuff makes a really big difference when people from the LGBTQIA+ community are accessing a service. A genuine understanding and acceptance, and that can also look like curiosity. So that can look like making sure you understand who I am as a person, but that you're also not afraid to be doing some of that research and understanding yourself. Yeah, if I'm looking for values with an organisation or a service, the top one is inclusion. I think that shows that a service is driving or striving to be inclusive, and we all learn along the way as part of that. You know, we might make mistakes, but inclusion in and of itself is trying to include and trying to do better. That to me is so important when someone else in the room shares their pronouns, when someone else stands up and says, how would this be perceived by the LGBTIQAA+ community, so that it doesn't always fall on people from that community, because we can experience advocacy fatigue or feel like we always have to be the agitators. And when an ally can stand up and do those things first, it's beautiful. I had presented to a service in quite a lot of distress, and they were wearing a rainbow lanyard, and I thought, great, this is a safe place for me to talk about what was happening. And so I was talking about and unfolding my distress and what was happening for me. And it was, there were a couple of instances, but something as simple as asking about what my boyfriend would feel about it when actually I was in a same-sex relationship it really shut me down. The impacts are huge. So we see an increase in mental health, an increase in community health. We know that the LGBTIQAA+ community is disproportionately impacted by suicide and distress. And we also know that the community is fabulous. And so when we come together, we have so much collective pride and skills and resources in support. When we have the ability to have that support shown to us as well, it is affirming and life-giving. And so that in itself, I think, is suicide prevention. I'd love for people to have the knowledge that we are disproportionately impacted by suicide. That impacts us individually and as a community. We grieve as a community as well, and I think that is really important. But the reason that our community is impacted by suicide so much is not because we are part of the LGBTIQA+ community. It's the society around us. We experience that stigma, that discrimination, the lack of access to services, and that lack of inclusion. Knowing that while we are disproportionately impacted, we are strong. We have so many strengths. And so we bring that with us too. And that's really important.